Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is a bad business video, and today we're going to be doing a map review of the map Mayday. These videos are quite old, guys, I do apologise. I've not been able to get on bad business as frequently as I was at the start of the year, and we're currently entering our summer, and in my country it's pretty hot in my office. I've got a 3080 and that thing's like the surface of the sun, so can you imagine it with 27 degrees weather? It gets pretty ballsy. It's not fun at all. I barely function. I lay on the floor in like a viscous liquid and wish to death. Wish for death, sorry. But today it's cooler by a decent amount, so I'm going to jump on and do a bunch of commentaries at once. And this is a map from a few weeks ago that they added to the rotation, and I think that this map was made by Finway. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I don't want to give people the wrong credit, but I think that this is one of Finway's. He's one of the map creators, and I think he did a great job. I appreciate there was controversy over the King of the Hill point being in the plane. It was kind of a dumb choice. I don't know who did that. I think that's actually designed by committee. And it's dumb. It's very dumb. Whoever chose that, I don't know what you were thinking, and thankfully you changed it so you weren't too proud to admit you were wrong, which is what you need on a dev team. You can't have people that put pride over, you know, consensus. It doesn't work. And the only thing about this map I don't like are the spawns. And the spawns is something that bad business struggles with. Some of them are better than others, and certain maps definitely struggle more. And I lied just then when I said that, as I get outplayed by this guy. What a fucking beast. There's two things on this game I disagree with. I say game, and I mean map. The first is the spawns. The spawns are objectively kind of shit. What generally happens is the more aggressive you are, the more people spawn on you, and they'll come to a point where 5 people have spawned on you directly in front of you. They've all got spawn protection, and you're 1v5ing people, and unless you're some kind of god in having a really, really good day, you're gonna die. And it happens a lot. You might even see it in this gameplay. The second thing I don't like is the tower. There is a tower behind me that you can slide up if you jump and crouch in midair. And you fly up into the sky into an overwatch position that overlooks the entire map. And it's one of those positions that I'm surprised it's not as frequented more. Because I thought when I was first playing that everyone was going to be up there. It was going to be where all the kids go and lay down and shit. Because it's definitely one of those like childish strategies that you see a lot. And people do go up there, and it's easy to get up there and get rid of them. But it just feels like, why does it exist more than anything else? Everything else in this map I'm good for. It reminds me of Crash, it reminds me of Backlot, it reminds me of maps from Call of Duty that I love. Maps that I've over a decade dominating in, you know? And when you do like a little bit of an homage / a love letter to maps from those games, and then you mix them up, you make me want to play your game more, you make me want to play on this map, and I find this map to be very close quartered, and very in your face, and very frenetic because of the spawns. And this is one of the only maps on Bad Business where I can kind of feel, almost immediately, almost like it was something innate inside me, where the spawns are going to be. Like, Bad Business is one of those games where I have an idea of the spawns, and I know when they've flipped, and I know where to go when they do flip, and I've got an idea where they're coming from, but not like on this. On this, it's almost like I've played it before in a past life, only they didn't turn it into a 2-hour-long shitty movie called Infinite, and I get wrecked there by an org. What a terrifying weapon. But I really do. I have a sense for the spawn in this map, and you might not see it as I'm getting stuck here, because that's fun, but you might not see it on this particular gameplay, because this is quite an early gameplay. I think this is the first or second time I played the map. If you're wondering as well, guys, when it comes to my videos, generally when I'm doing a map video, I like to pick a gameplay I got on it when I was first doing it. I don't want to cherry pick the 50th time I played when I knew all the dirty spots and I got a really, really sick kill streak and I dropped 100 kills. I mean, that said, if I dropped 100 kills on this map, I'd definitely share that, because 100 kill games are more about your team and the enemy than they are about you. It's not something that you just pull out your ass, unfortunately. And it doesn't matter how good you are either. It's all about traffic, and it's all about how quickly the game lasts. But this particular part here, as you come over to this corner, this is where you're going to see people spawning. Whenever they're in the corners and you chase them down into the markets, this is where the spawning is going to start getting a bit clusterly, and it gets kind of messy. But if you're aggressive enough and you pay attention, you can get so many kills on people rushing towards the hill. As I try to clean up some people here, I need to be aware that there's obviously a spawn behind me, so I can't get too tunnel visioned. If you do that, you die. And this guy's probably going to clean me up, maybe not. But if you know how to rotate around a spawn, if you've ever ran around, you know, COD 4 with a silenced P90 and really caused havoc, then this is the kind of map where you'll come alive, because you can do so much here if you know what you're doing. And I really do feel like this is one of those maps where, you know, just unleash me. Unleash me and I will cause chaos. And every time I've played this map, I've had fun, which is a massive testament to the maps. And recently, people have been quite critical of the maps added to Bad Business, and I don't really get that personally. They're not my favourite. Don't let me push you any other direction. But I think Mayday is the strongest map they've added since Factory. I still think Factory is the greatest. Whoever designed Factory is a genius. I think Convoy would be great if it was smaller. But I think Mayday it fits in just right. It's got the CQC that I'm looking for. It's got spawns that I could understand when I'm not getting spawned on by 10 people. And it's got a really, really nice emphasis for CQC, which this is where I want to be, you know. I don't want to be shooting at somebody 200 yards away in a canal. I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to be running around a place where everybody's hiding on like a 7th floor window and they never move. That's not the game I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. So it's just a huge kudos to the people that put this one together, and I want to put my voice out there saying I enjoy this map, and I know many people do. So if you're reading some of the feedback and it's overly critical, and I am very critical, if you know me, if you've listened to me before, you know that I'm not going to suck your dick. It doesn't matter how much you pay me, unless it's ludicrously amount, and then I absolutely will. I'll even cup your balls. But fundamentally, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I don't have any affiliation with Bad Business. You know, I'm not being paid by anybody. This is my opinions of a game that I happen to think is better than any first-person shooter on the market right now. And that includes Battlefield 2042, because they showed like 10 seconds of gameplay and it meant nothing. This game's going to have better aiming, it's going to have better mouse input, it's going to have better performance, it's probably going to have better maps and better players, because let's face it, half the people playing Battlefield, would you even trust them with a fucking bread knife? I know I wouldn't, because they're always on my team and they never bloody help. But I look forward to seeing you all on the Battlefield come October, because I can't wait for that game. But here we are, moving once again into the spawns. I'm also using the Marksman or the Viper barrel on the AS Val. I don't know if I've mentioned this in a video yet, guys, but this is one of the iron sights in this game that I don't hate, and I'm using it quite a lot because I like the idea of iron sights. I just don't like Bad Business's iron sights. And if this ain't one of the strongest guns in the game, I don't know what is. The AS Val right now is one of the strongest gun no one's complaining about. This thing in the right hands is scary. It's so scary. It's like Bad Business's best kept secret, because everybody's still rocking the Honey Badger because the purity of it, the purists on the Honey Badger train. And I still think this gun is better than the Honey Badger. It didn't used to be, but the moment it got that 30 round mag and recoil control, I think it just overtook it. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen, there's my gameplay on Mayday using the AS Val. Thank you for watching, and you take care now.